All right, everyone, welcome back. So we continue on our 2024 trade deadline previews with the Winnipeg Jets today. So the Jets are the only team that I don't have a jersey for. Riley, I'm looking at you. Give me the jersey. Anyways, I'm getting one soon. But regardless, the Jets are a team that I have not talked about a whole lot. They're actually the least talked about Canadian team on this channel, and that's mainly because I don't have a jersey for them, and I don't like wearing just a plain sweatshirt. Hopefully that'll come soon. But anyways, enough of the jersey. The Jets are a team that is going to buy. They've already bought it in. They've already made a trade. They're one of the 4 teams that has been involved in a trade. We've already made videos on 3 of those. So as of right now, discluding the games from February 22nd, they are 34-15-5 for 73 points, and they are 3rd overall in the Central Division. So obviously, they're still a pretty solid team. Just Dallas and Colorado have been playing at a much better pace, a much better rate, that they're higher than the Jets. And as well as that too, it's a really close race right now. Those top 3 teams, it's going to be back and forth for a while here until the end of the season. We won't know what the playoff race is going to be in that division necessarily until most likely a week before the season's over, around there. So it's going to be interesting to see what Winnipeg's going to play. But if they're 3rd in the Central, they would not have home ice advantage, obviously. But regardless, they have $1 million in projected cap space. That's not a whole lot there when you look at it. It's not a whole lot of money. However, they did just make their next trade with Sean Monahan. They acquired Monahan from the Canadiens. I'll put it on screen right now for a 2024 first and a conditional 3rd-round pick. So obviously, I know that some people looked at the Monahan deal as them overpaying him. I understand that. However, it's a seller's market this year from the looks of it. So obviously, as you can tell, with that being said, Monahan's a guy that needed as a center, and as well as that too, when Lindholm got taken off the market, a lot of people scrambled for Monahan, and the Jets were the lucky team to land him. So, Monahan adds a very solid center to the center core that's already really good. So, I'm hoping that, and even too, like in the games that we've seen recently, Monahan's been playing relatively well. So, I expect for that to continue for sure. Now, your UFAs and RFAs goes as follows. Your unrestricted free agents. You got Sean Monahan, ironically, Brendan Dillon, Dylan DeMello, and Laurent Brossoit. So, Monahan, as I mentioned, we won't know if he's a rental or not until after the playoffs. We won't know. So I really won't speculate on anything there. He was just signed. He was just traded by this team. So expect he stays, but who knows? He's staying. You got Dylan. I haven't heard anything in regards to him being traded. I think they keep Dylan and DeMello. I think that's what they're going to do. I was saying that I thought one of them might get traded. It wouldn't surprise me, but I doubt it. I think they probably keep this D-core mostly the same, not Logan Stanley. We'll get into him in a little bit. But obviously there too, those are guys that I think maybe may get traded if the deal is right, obviously. And then finally, Brossoit has been a very solid, effective backup goalie for this team. I imagine he stays with Winnipeg, extending on throughout the season. Your RFAs then goes as follows. You got some interesting names in here. You got Cole Perfetti, Logan Stanley, and David Gustafson. So Perfetti has been taking very solid steps over the last couple of seasons. He's going to get a pretty solid contract. I'm not saying it's going to be like a really big, like $8 million contract, but probably maybe a bridge deal, possibly for Cole Perfetti. Obviously, we'll find out there what happens there in the offseason, and I'll talk about it more in more Jets-related videos later on. But obviously, Perfetti's a guy there that probably is going to get paid pretty well, and he deserves it. He's been playing pretty solid. He's been improving a lot these last couple of years with Winnipeg. Stanley, he probably gets traded. I mean, every time I watch a Jets game, and it's not often that I watch a Jets game, but every time that I watch a Jets game, there are tons of complaints about Logan Stanley. So I'm expecting him to get traded, maybe for another asset, maybe for another depth defenseman. Maybe that's what they try and do. Who knows? And then Gustafson there too. Another depth defender hasn't really been, or a depth player hasn't been the biggest name, has been playing kind of 4th line roles. It's kind of where he's fit in for. So it makes the most sense to have him there. What are your needs if you're Winnipeg? Well, you already addressed the top 6 and Sean Monahan. I'm thinking a depth defenseman. I think a depth defenseman might work for this team. I feel like they got their top 6 pretty loaded already. If they wanted to go out and get another guy, all the power to them. I guess they could. But obviously, I think what you're looking for is a depth defender. That's the biggest thing. Now, your movable pieces, you got Logan Stanley, your 2024 second round pick, and your 2025 first. Now, that's if you see fit a trade that you think you will win and that will be more effective for you heading into the playoffs. If it's worth giving up your 2025 first, then yeah, I think it should be worth trading away it for a key player. But obviously there too, you don't want to do that all the time. So yeah, Stanley is a guy that I think will get moved as a player. Apart from that, you got some draft picks, but nothing too big there for Winnipeg. I more or less think their deadline's kind of finished. But I'm sure they'll continue to buy in. They'll still ring the phones. And obviously, I'm assuming on deadline day, they'll make a trade that no one expects. Not a big one, but obviously a trade that like gets them some kind of depth or something like that. I feel like we'll see a lot of that this year at this trade deadline. But regardless, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed me, just leave a like. Hit that subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate it. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.